Hi beautiful people, hope you are all doing well. So today we are going to be making this beautiful gown. And remember what I used to tell you, for you to succeed in the ready to wear business, you have to make things that is simple and rare. Okay, things that are simple and rare are even more expensive, are more easy to sell. Okay, so let's go into this tutorial. Now I've made a lot of tutorial concerning collar gown, okay, but today the only difference is this back that we are seeing. This back is the issue, so I want to talk about this back. But in talking about this back, I'm going to talk about the front. So this is my fabric that is placed on fold, and then this is the part for the button in front. Can we see? But you know you are going to measure your own, so I don't want to waste time on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and draft our front pattern. So the front pattern, we are coming down by 1 inch for my border line. I don't joke with border, so that if there's a mistake, I'm not joking with my border line. So the next thing for me to mark is my 2.7 for the neck width. Okay, remember the tactics I told you. Instead of your collar neck, that's your neck, to be too wide, it's better that it's too small, because the shirt here will allow it to balance. But immediately it's too wide, that's why you see some people shirts where them wear, the collar go back. Do you understand? The collar will be dropping at the back, or the person's collar bones will be showing. It won't be nice that way. So coming down again, but for the neck width is 2.75. Okay, and then I'm going to connect it like so. Can you see? Okay, now my shoulder is 8 inches. I'm going to mark it. Hold on, there's something we are going to do here. Now if my shoulder is 8 inches, look at that picture very well. That shoulder was dropping. Do you understand? So I'm going to be adding an extra 1 inch or 1.5 inch to it. So it depends on how rugged you want your own to look. Some people can even go as far as making it drop very well, but I don't want mine to drop very well. So 9.5 inch is okay. Perfect. Okay, so instead of your shoulder being 8 inches, I'm making it 9.5. Do you understand? But remember that since you have made it 9.5, this length is still going to affect the sleeve. So if your sleeve is going to be 21 normally, so now you are going to make it 19.5. That's 21 minus 1.5. Do you understand? Because shoulder was supposed to be 8 inches for the sleeve to be 21 inches. Now the shoulder is now 9.5. So you are going to deduct it from the sleeve so that your sleeve will not be too long. Because some people will say, Mama said we should make the shoulder 9.5. You are making the shoulder 9.5 and you are still making the sleeve to be 21. You still say you no go work like that. So now I'm going to mark out my armhole depth, and my armhole depth normally is supposed to be 8 inches, but because of the kind of way this gown is bogus, please let us make it 8.5. Okay, but 8.5, remember that we are slanting our shoulder by 1 inch, that is 9.5, and then we come down by 9.5. This is my 9.5. Right, now mark your 1 inch that you added for shoulder slant, and then we connect nicely. Can you see? Can you see? This is my normal shoulder, but I had to drop it a little. Okay, so now I'm still going to mark 9 inch so that my line will be straight, right? And then I will connect like so. Now because this is front, we are going to measure between here and here. We get the midpoint, and this is my midpoint, right? And from this midpoint I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch coming in is very important. Some people used to ignore it. Don't ignore it. That is what makes the front armhole different from the back armhole, and there's this kind of fitting it adds. So I'm going to mark my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches. I will mark it, and this is where I have it. So I'm going to connect this one with my curved ruler. I'm not using curved ruler here because this I'm using pattern paper. So now then I'm going to mark my shoulder to bust line, which is here, shoulder to waistline, which is here, then my full length of my gown, which is here. Okay, now there's something we are going to do. we are now going to mark and bring down bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, you mark it here. Waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches, we mark it here. Then we'll do hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches. We are going to mark it somewhere here, but we are going to be adding extra inch. You can decide to add 4 inches. Do you understand? So now some people will cut their own like this, which is still very okay. Do you understand? Some people will cut their own like this. Some people will still shape it out and then curve out. But me, I prefer to cut it like this. Very simple and straightforward. But then on the bust line, do not forget to add your darts. Do you understand? So if you are adding that here, that means whatever you are removing here, bring it down here. Do you understand? And then at that one, I will come up by 2 inches so that I'll have this curvy effect. Okay, come in by 2 inches. I'm just trying to hurry so that this tutorial won't be that long. This is our front pattern. So can you see the front pattern? If you open it up, it will look somehow like this. Do you understand? It will look like this because this is for the button. It will be folded in. It's for the button. Do you understand? It's going to be for the button. Now let's still fold it back because this is what we are going to use to cut out the back pattern. Now the back pattern we are going to be cutting out, we are going to cutting out the back pattern in 2 because the back pattern has an inner. Let's go. I put my fabric again on fold. Can you see? Put my fabric again on fold. So this is now. Okay. Can we all see? Are we all seeing what I did here? I'm using this front pattern now to cut out the back. But instead of coming down by 2.5 inch like we did for the front, I'm only going to come down by 1 inch and I will curve it out like so. Can you see? Okay. Now I will follow this line. Now some people do something. Oh, they go up by some inches for the back. But that thing, if you know you don't know how to do it, please do not do it. Do not do it. Okay, I will tell you the reason later. Then I will, in another video, I'm going to tell you the reason, and in that same video I will teach you how to do it, because there is a way you will put that in your cloth will look funny. If not, if you know you cannot do it, cut your, you see, ready to wear business clothing are the simplest. Anything where you like do, it's not a mistake. Anything you do in ready to wear styles, it becomes design. Some of these designs you are seeing were mistakes, and before you know it, people took it hook, line and sinker and it became style like that. So now let's go. I'm trying to plot the back pattern. Now remember that we came in by ½ inch here, so we are not coming in by ½ inch here for the front. We are not going to come in by ½ inch, so I'm just going to go straight down and curve out like so. Okay, and then I will curve this out. So this is the back pattern, and I will curve it out. I will cut it out. Remember I told you that the back pattern, the back is going to be 2 different materials, 2 different styles. Okay, not 2 different, there's 2 different parts, right? The inner and the cowl part of the gown. Now this is it. Now assume that this is our sleeve. Remember, can you remember that on the shoulder we added 1.5? That same 1.5, you will remove it here. Now I will measure my 1.5. This is it. Do you understand? And I will just take it straight down and I will cut it out. This 1.5 that we cut out is already in this shoulder. Okay, now I will join it like so. Now remember that this back pattern has the net side. Okay, is the net side we are trying to cut out now. Now look at it. This, I want to assume that this is our net side. Let me just mark it so that you know that this is the net. Okay, so this is our net side. Do you understand? So this is our sleeve that we joined. I want this, my sleeve, to still have the net side on the sleeve, and this is it right here. And you take it down to the armhole. Can you see? So this particular part, do you understand? We are going to cut it. Watch carefully and see what I'm doing. I will cut it. If I open it, this part is the normal dotches we used. This part is the net. So this particular one too is in two places. See it? Do you understand? So this is going to be the material, this is going to be the lace. At the end of the day, cut it. That's why it's called pattern. I told you people I don't work with that pattern. Place this one. You don't need to place this one already. This one is the fabric. You can just name it front so that you won't be confused. You will name this back. Now this thing that we did here, it's only these sides that need it. The other sleeve does not have a problem. The other sleeve went down. The only thing you'll be doing in the other sleeve is remember that the shoulder here is 1.5 added. So you are going to remove it from the sleeve. So that sleeve is the straight what is it called, that the straight dotches or whatever material you used. But it's only this side that is going to bear the lace part. Do you understand? Look at it. So now this lace part does not have an issue. Okay, the only issue it might have is that I might decide that I don't have enough lace. I don't want it to go down. So it depends on you. But be very careful not to make it to look short, to be short, so that by the time the cowl drops, they will not be seeing your waist. If possible, to run from trouble, please kindly allow that lace to run the normal lace. Maybe just reduce it small. Okay, reduce it small. Now we are going to use this lace part to cut out the cowl kaftan side. And in cutting out the cowl kaftan side,
Better, Mama.
yes sir. Okay sir. Permit me to use this fabric because this fabric is going to add as a pattern for us. Okay, now I will place like so. I want to cut the cowl kaftan side now. I will cut it like so. 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 If you have any question, ask me in the comment section. Remind me in the comment section that I said I'm going to do a video on how to make the back pattern longer than the front. I will show you, and I will show you the reason why. If you do not know it, please do not do it. Now I will cut this. It's painstaking, but when you finish it, you too, you will know. Anybody that see it will know that yes, you sew cloth. Now this is it now. Okay, and let's cut it out because I will need us to open it. Okay, so this is the cow kaftan part. So I will open it up like so. Now if you look at that cow kaftan part, you will see that that cloth dropped from here, then it started from somewhere around here. Can you see? Then you cut it. Can you see? Do you understand? So when you join it, it looks something like this. Don't know if you are seeing it. Now we are now going to do the cow kaftan part, which is splitting the center like so, okay, and then slitting this side so that at least it will have a gathering around here. Okay, so we'll do something like this. Ah, shit, I wasn't supposed to cut it out. I wasn't supposed to cut it out, but then let me just cut it. Now that we have cut it, let's number it so that we don't make mistake. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Can you see? So we pick it. This is the main fabric we want to use now. So we are going to open it up. We are going to open it up. Open it as far as your fabric can take, or how wide you want your cow kaftan to drop. Now in measuring it, measure the difference between here and here, so you know you are going to gather it to come back to this measurement. Do you understand? You are going to measure this distance from here to here. Do you understand? So that when you are gathering it, you will now know that you are going to hide this difference and let the come back to the way it was. That is what is going to form that gathers that is here. Okay, now we don't need to cover this one, we just need it to fall like that, and that is what we call the cow kaftan. So let's go ahead and mark it out. Remember, when cutting your own, you can try and be creative about it. You can make the back length to be longer than the front. So this is the front, we place it. Remember, you are going to work on your button. So this is the front, you place it. This is the lace part that is inside of the back. This is it here. Can you see? Now this is the cow part of that our gown. Now this place is going to gather.
Block, the first block.
Can you see it?
Second block.
Can you see the way it's gathered? And we are placing it right here. Can you see? Now this is the cow design. This is the cow design. Can you see? And then this is here. Now this is the lace part. Remember, this is the lace part. Now you are going to join your normal fabric. This is the gown. This is the gown. This is your gown. This place has our gathers, this place has our cowl, and you join it. Join the sleeve the way you are going to join it. Now I'm going to do another video to show you how to make all these joinings very neat. That is one problem, because when I say join this part to this part now, if some people join it for you, you will shock. So I think I need to make a tutorial to show you how to join properly, so everything will sleep very fine. Do you understand? So this is what this gown is all about. Now you can become creative about it. The length of the back of your own can curve out, become longer than the front. Be creative about it. That is all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.